Hello, my dear students. How are all of you? I hope you all must have enjoyed your summer vacation. Yeah, I know this time we are not able to visit different places as earlier we used to do. But bache, staying safe at home was and is the priority this year. And I also expect out from all of you that you all must have completed your written work as well as your revision of the previous four chapters done in our SST. Now your parents are informing me that you all are very serious in your studies this time. It's very good. Keep it up, children. So students, today we are going to start our chapter 6 of SST instead of chapter 5. Chapter 5 right now I am skipping. Later on, we may or may not take it up. So please listen it carefully. We are going to start our chapter 6. So please no unnecessary query regarding your chapter 5. One more thing I expect from you children is that please read the topic covered in this video. That means complete chapter before listening the video, and then the topic which has been covered in this video after listening the video. So you will be have the thorough knowledge of the topic, and it's very important for you also for the thorough knowledge of the topic. Okay, children. So students, as I already told you that today we are going to start our chapter 6, the land of sand. Before that, I just want to remind you something that in our chapter 4 we have studied about the heat zones. Okay, now again I am giving you briefing you what are heat zones. Children, our earth has been divided into three heat zones. As you can see here on the screen, number one is the torrid zone, next one is the temperate zone, and after that comes the frigid zone. As you can see in the diagram, students, the torrid zone is the area which is above and below the equator in northern hemisphere and in southern hemisphere. And we know that equator is the area which receives direct sun rays. You already know that equator is an area which receives direct heat of the sun. As you can see in this diagram, direct rays of the sun fall at the equator. So what happens due to the direct heat of the sun? Torrid zone is an area which is very hot and humid. That means it is very hot and it rains a lot in this area. Second heat zone is the north temperate zone, or you can say south temperate zone or north temperate zone. That means the temperate zone lies in the northern hemisphere, we call it as north temperate zone, and the temperate zone in the southern hemisphere we call it as a south temperate zone. Now, if this is the area which lies between Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle. Now children, one more thing you can see here that Tropic of Cancer, this particular Tropic of Cancer is 23.5 degree, okay, and Arctic Circle is, what can you tell me the measurement? 66.5 degree. Okay, so that means north temperate zone and the south temperate zone, they lies between 23.5 degree and 66.5 degree, and weather here is moderate climate. Then comes the frigid zone. Again, north frigid zone and south frigid zone. As the name indicates, these two areas lie at the polar region. You can see here near the poles, north pole and south pole. And as we can understand, frigid means the area which remains covered with thick sheet of ice throughout the year. Again, I am taking you back to the sun rays, the slanting rays of the sun. The slanting rays near North Pole and in the South Pole. That means it receives very less heat of the sun. So these particular areas they remain covered with ice. Now we are coming back to our chapter, that is chapter 6. Here we are going to study about land of sand. Children, what does sand word triggers in your mind? Yes, very right. Sand word means a desert area. That means today we are going to study about the desert, a desert area, that is Saudi Arabia. One more thing, children, can you tell me what do you mean by a desert area? Yes, just think for a while. Desert means an area which receives scanty rainfall. Scanty rainfall means very little rainfall. What another thing comes in your mind? Yes, children. Yes, vegetation. About the vegetation, that means very less vegetation. Greenery is not here. What kind of plants are found here? Cactus. Normally cactuses are found here. Why cactuses are found here? Because cactus can extend its root deep into the soil in search of whatever little water is available there. Our Earth's one-fifth of the land is covered with desert. One more thing, something else trigger in your mind, children? Yes, yeah, very right. Ship of the desert. What is ship of the desert? It is ship of the desert is camel. Camel is an animal which can store water and food inside its hump, and it is a animal which is being used at a large scale in the desert area. Now children, just see here, deserts are found between 15 to 30 degree in the north, 15 to 30 degree in the north and south of the equator. That means in the northern hemisphere and in the southern hemisphere. Examples are given here: Sahara Desert in Africa, Thar Desert of India, and California Desert of North America. Now children, come back to your map. You can open your book also, because my map here is very not very clear. I tried many times clicking this pic, but every time it was like this. So here you can see the Sahara Desert of Africa, California Desert of North America, and Thar Desert of India. All these are hot desert, remain dry and very little rainfall is possible here. Children, you can see here all three deserts are near Tropic of Cancer. That means 15 degree to 30 degree above the equator. Other deserts are also there. Atacama Desert of South America. Then here we are having West Australian Desert in Australia, and Kalahari Desert in Africa, one more desert in Africa. Now children, you can see here, your today's homework is you have to purchase World Political Map, and from the book you can very easily mark the hot desert in the World Political Map, and you will fill yellow color. Yellow color is always used for desert. Yellow color you will fill, no other thing is required here. Okay children, and I think this is clear. Now there are cold desert also, and where we will find cold desert? Of course we can find out cold deserts near the poles, okay, or between the poles and Arctic and the Antarctic Circle. Now coming back here, this here is the North Pole, here is the South Pole, and poles and Antarctica region always covered with thick sheet of ice. North Pole and this is the Ocean, Arctic region. So here cold deserts are found, and here also cold deserts are found. Okay, children. Now just see here two examples have been given. That is the Gobi Desert in Mongolia is a cold desert, and tundra in Russia is also a cold desert. So I think hot deserts and cold deserts are clear to you. Now here comes a quick revision. Dash Desert in India is an example of the hot desert. Yes children, what is the answer? Answer is the Thar Desert. India is having Thar Desert. You can see tundra in Russia is an example of, yes, what is the answer? Cold desert. Write down the answer children please. Cold desert. And this you have to read it carefully. Sahara in the northern Africa is the largest hot desert, and Antarctica is the largest cold desert. Again going back here, this is the largest cold desert, Antarctica, and this Sahara is the largest hot desert. Okay children, so for today only this much. Read your chapter, understand the map, and you have to fill hot desert in political map of